ER diagram is used to model OLTP relational databases. It is also known as entity relationship diagram. Now, it is used to define the relationship between entities. It is a combination of normalization and data relationship, and normalization is something that is definitely needed. So if you have multiple entities, you will have to make sure that those entities are in three normal form at least. So all the tables should be in three normal form, and then we can go ahead and create the ER diagram. Always do the relationship mapping using a single record. That would be useful. Now let's look at the relationship between orders and customers. And what we'll do is that we'll go inside of the orders entity and we'll see for each record how many customers can be there. And then we'll switch gears and we'll get into the customers entity and we'll do the same thing for orders also. Okay, so we know that if we get inside the orders and we are defining the relationship between orders and customers from the perspective of orders entity. So now if I get inside the order entity, we know that for each order there can be only one customer. We cannot have more than one customer for a single order. Now if I go inside customers, for a single customer there can be multiple orders. So it's a one-to-many relationship or many-to-one relationship between orders and customers, and one-to-many relationship between customers and orders. So now we know that between customers and orders, this is how the relationship would be. So for a single order in the orders table, there can be only one customer. That's why we have this standing line. For a single customer, there can be multiple orders and there can be zero orders also. So now let's look at orders and order items. Let's look at one order and get inside the orders entity. We know that for a single order, we can have multiple products or multiple items. So for each record in orders, there can be multiple records and order items. So we know how the relationship would be between orders and order items. Now let's get inside order items entity. For every item, there can be only one order. So it is also a one-to-many relationship between orders and order items, and many-to-one relationship between order items and orders. What about order items and products? Let's say for one order item, there would be only one product. There cannot be multiple products in a single item because the item itself is single. Now, what about products? For each record of product, there can be multiple order items because products describe all the products that are there in the shop. So the same product can be there in multiple items also. So now if we see the relationship, it is like this. For each item, there would be only one product. But for each product, there can be multiple order items. This is how the relationship would be. See the final one between orders and sellers. For each order, there can be only one seller, but for each seller, there can be multiple orders. So this is what ER diagram is.